Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I think everyone's been waiting for this video for quite some time. If you guys are new to this channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. And give this video a thumbs up. So in today's video, I'm gonna be answering the big question that everybody has been asking me about, commenting, emailing me about. And that question is, how much bike like Silverback, a 2020 Road Glide Special custom performance bagger cost to build? How much would this bike cost? For instance, if you were to purchase a 2020 Road Glide or a new Road Glide, or if you have one already, how much would it cost? What is the total price that this build would cost you? And we're also gonna go over everything from A to Z, front to back, everything that this bike has on it. So stay tuned guys, it's gonna be a really interesting video, and I haven't even calculated the numbers as far as what this build costs or would cost somebody. Full disclosure here, pretty much 95% of the items, the labor, the materials, the products on this bike have been either given to me through my sponsors or companies that support the channel. So I am very lucky, and I thank every single one of my sponsors and supporters that helped me put this build together. So huge thank you to you guys. And we're gonna be going over all of the companies and all of my sponsors and everybody that had a huge hand in putting Silverback together. So stay tuned, sit back, let's get this video going. So thank God we have a nice day. It's in the 30s, a little bit brisk, because like literally in a couple days we're supposed to have a nor'easter, which could potentially bring a lot of snow / or a lot of rain and very high winds. So in a couple days it's gonna be really nasty. The roads are full of salt. There's a big difference now what they do here in the Northeast. Maybe they do it in other parts of the country. But before, years ago, they used to throw a rock salt down. That was bad. But now what they do is throw a brine down, which is basically like a salt water solution. They lay that down a day prior, 2 days prior, lay it down on the road, and that helps with melting the ice and snow. But the big problem is with that is when they used to spread the rock salt, wasn't really when you drove over it, you have the big rock pellets or rock salt chunks. But now what's happening with the brine is it basically turns into dust and it gets everywhere on the bike. So you really have to pay attention to that and watch that. If you do ride your bike in it, you definitely are gonna wanna come home and wash it because it gets into literally every nook and cranny. All right guys, so let's start off this way. This is, so you guys know, this is a 2020 Road Glide Special, which I purchased new back in 2019 in October, 2020 year model, but I bought it in 2019 October. So I paid, and you have to understand this, the prices were really different at the time. Post-COVID, obviously they've gone up. So I purchased this bike, I believe, for like $22,000. This bike new right now, I believe it's anywhere between $30,000 and $32,000. But let's go with my price of $22,000. We could add on the extra, say, $8,000 or $10,000 afterwards if you decide to do this and are purchasing a Road Glide Special now at this time. All right guys, so let's start this off in the front. So in the front of the bike, we have stock calipers, but we went ahead and we did 14-inch Arla Ness big brake rotor kit. We have stock wheels on the bike. We replaced the tires with Michelin Commander 3s. Fantastic tire. Definitely, I would say the best tire. And inside we have the Ride Right, I believe it's called. It's basically a fluid where you don't have to worry about balancing out the wheel and tire, because the fluid actually does that for you. Not only does it balance the tire and the wheel, it also helps in preventing a slow leak or a slow puncture. It actually seals it. So it's very good. I would highly recommend it if your shop has that and is capable of doing that. Then we have the Clockworks front slicer fender, beautiful fender. And inside our forks, we have the Legend suspension Axio front cartridges. Then we have the Harley Davidson front chin fairing and skirt, just like the CVOs have. We have the CVO engine guard. It also comes on the new specials right now. Working our way up, we have Zero 3D lighting we have Clockworks 9-inch Sport Flare windshield with trim. That is a great piece. It just finishes it off beautifully. Working our way back, we have Chromeworks grips, Flow Motorsport levers. We have LA Choppers 12-inch hammerhead bars. Love these bars, absolutely awesome. We have our mirrors from the Harley Davidson Empire Collection. We're also getting the Empire Collection floorboards, shifter peg, and brake pedal. Still waiting for that. Over here we have the lug jugs, which cool the engine down. There's a switch there. It also works once it hits a set temperature, they will turn on. I have the Empire Collection derby cover. I have the heat deflectors. Have the Figurati Designs custom swing arm caps. That's an excellent product to keep that dust and debris out of the swing arm. I have my Gerbing harness for my heated gear. Let's work our way around. Right now we have a Drag Specialties Predator 3 seat, which we will be replacing with a Saddleman seat with silver stitching. That's on its way. We have more Zero 3D lighting. In the back we have Legend suspension, Revo Arcs. The Legend suspension is absolutely amazing. One of the first things I would highly recommend is to replace your stock suspension with Legend suspension. It's a world of difference how the bike rides. Back to the front, I have a Easy Pass holder right under the windshield. We have Apple CarPlay on the bike. We have engine black bolt cap kit from Zero 3D. It's not a 128 anymore. I got to get a new cap with the 130 emblem on there. Going to back to the front, we have in there, we have a Harley Davidson oil cooler with fan. So we have two fans running, this and the love jugs, to keep the bike cool in hot temperatures so we don't overheat. Inside the bags, we have Hogworks bag liners with pockets. Have a tech mount phone holder and a RAM mount holder for my 360 camera. I'm running the stock battery for now. Might get something different, but the battery's still good. But let's get into the nitty gritty now. The main thing, the heart, the power plant. So inside this beast is a 130-inch T-Man Performance Stage 4 engine, which is putting out about 154 horsepower and 156 foot-pounds of torque. That was built by Dave over at JD Cycle Works in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and was dyno tuned by him, by Dyno Dave. He's my guy as far as anything performance engine work, anything done to the bike, he's my guy. I would highly recommend him. You guys seen all the videos, what type of work he does and the type of guy he is. He's meticulous, and so that's why I partnered together. He's definitely my guy for anything, any engine kind of work, any performance upgrades. He's definitely the guy to go to. So we have, like I said, the 130-inch T-Man Performance Stage 4 engine. Again, 154 horsepower, 156 foot-pounds of torque. We are running a TTS 250 cam. And like I said before, the cylinders, the pistons, the heads, everything is T-Man Performance. We are running none other than Chromeworks Black Chrome 2x2 full exhaust with header, not just slip-ons, with 4.5-inch Chromeworks mufflers with the louvered baffle. A lot of you guys been asking me what baffles. They are the louvered baffle, and this finish is called Black Chrome. Beautiful sounding pipes, and they look absolutely amazing. Going back to the other side, a lot of important stuff happening here, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but in there we have our Zippers Performance chain drive. With all the power that we're running on the bike, we switched over to a chain drive. I don't want any problems snapping a belt somewhere in the middle of nowhere, because that's a pretty big job. They'll pretty much ruin your couple days on you. So we went to a chain drive, and we definitely have more performance out of the chain drive. It's geared a little lower, got to switch through the gears a little faster, and the bike just absolutely boogies. Now, a couple other big things with this build. Not only did we do the top half, meaning cylinders, pistons, Stage 4 heads, camshaft, we also did a Dark Horse Crankworks full signature blueprinted and balanced crankshaft. The crankshaft is absolutely a beast. It's welded, pinned and welded. It will never move on you. And that's another thing that we did to kind of bulletproof the engine. Not only do we have the crankshaft from Dark Horse Crankworks, inside here we have the Man of War compensator. I would also highly recommend that. That is definitely a thing that could shatter on you. We've seen, Dave showed me at the shop, that those compensators, the stock compensators, it's actually two pieces of steel colliding against one another, and they do shatter. The Man of War unit from Dark Horse Crankworks, it's one piece inside with Teflon bushings that actually suck up that play instead of two pieces slamming together. So I would definitely also highly recommend that on an engine build. So now we come to another huge component of the build. So this component, obviously, it's the whole look of the bike, and that's our custom paint job done over by Chad from Hampton's Designs over in North Carolina. He did an absolutely amazing job with the paint, and he still kept the silverback theme, which I love. That's what our idea was. That's what we wanted to do. Still keep kind of the silver down the middle with some fade and some black. And he did a little tiny Harley Davidson logos, which look fantastic. All right, guys, so that was quite a bit, wasn't it? But let's go over it again, so this way we're on the same page. So the bike is $22,000. Front rotor kit, $500. Legend front suspension, $900. Michelin tires, $500. Chromeworks hand grips, $100. Levers, $240. Bars, $400. Empire Collection floorboards, shift-a-peg brake pedal, mirrors, $1,000. Front zero lighting, $600. Back zero lighting, $1,500. Revo arc suspension in the back, $1,500. Chromeworks exhaust, $1,500. Man of War compensator, $500. Harley Davidson oil cooler with fan, $300. Love jugs, $350. 130-inch motor with the chain drive and the crankshaft and all the labor. That includes all the labor, $15,000. Again, these are pretty much close numbers, but ballpark. Custom paint job, $6,000. Slicer fender, $400. Clockworks windshield and trim, $350. The seat, $500. Heat deflectors, $100. Custom swing arm covers, $100. Hogworks bag liners, $200. Labor, miscellaneous, for instance, the bars, the front and back, Legend, suspension, installation, and any other little tidbits other than the engine. Also, like the front brake rotor kits, figure about $3,000. CVO engine guard, $200. Harley Davidson front chin fairing, $400. So we have a grand total of $36,140. Seems like a lot, but let's go over it. The bike, like I said, is $22,000 when I paid for it back in October of 2019. So that being said, $22,000 for the bike with the $36,140 in upgrades that the bike has currently. That gives a grand total of $58,140 if you compare it to a CVO, which is, I guess, close to $50,000. What do you guys think? I mean, this bike has everything for $58,140. It has a custom paint job that no one has. It has a super high performance bulletproof motor, 154 horsepower, 156 foot-pounds of torque. If you compare this price of $58,140, if you were to purchase a CVO, for instance, at say almost $50,000 that they're going for, I guess they're about 47, 48 if you were to get a Road Glide CVO. Basically for another $10,000 you have this. So now obviously CVOs are beautiful, they have a beautiful paint job. You really don't have to do much to it or do anything to it if that's just what you like. If you're into the performance aspect of it, well then you're gonna need, even if you buy a CVO, you're gonna need suspension, you're gonna need at least the stage 2 on it, exhaust, you're gonna need some bars on it, you're gonna need quite a bit of stuff. So that's how I kind of compare or would compare the two. This bike, I mean, there's really not much more you can do to this bike other than when I get the new seat, we're gonna get a Saddleman seat, we're gonna put that on. Waiting for the Empire Collection floorboards. Once I get them, we'll put them on with the shifter peg and the brake pedal. Other than that, she's ready to rock. Suspension, engine, exhaust, it has everything. So there's obviously other things that I can do to it, like the back rotor, maybe different calipers, stuff like that, but I don't think at this point it's necessary. I might do that down the road. But as far as right now, we're going to enjoy the hell out of this build. 2022 is going to be an absolutely crazy, exciting year. We have the whole year scheduled, booked with trips and meet and greets. It's just going to be absolutely an amazing year. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this build. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are as far as this or a CVO. But for me, how I look at it is, if you want something unique, if you want something that stands out, if you need, and if you want the performance as far as suspension, power, braking, stuff like that, handling, if you want that, this is definitely the way to go, because you have everything done to it, plus a custom paint job that nobody on the planet will have. So that's just my opinion. I would definitely, if I had to do it all over again, if I could do it, if it was within the means, as far as financially, I would definitely go this route compared to getting a CVO that's almost 50,000 and then me having to do everything to it. So that's just my opinion. Take it for what it is. But I'm really curious to see what you guys think. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know you guys' thoughts, and we'll see you guys on another one. Peace out.